Hi, this is Jaya. In this video, we shall see the summary of The Cock Fight, a poem by Sitakant Mahapatratranslated. This poem was originally written in Odia and it was translated into English by Ramakanta Rath. And Sitakant Mahapatra is a very famous Indian poet and literary critic in Odia. He also writes in English. He was an Indian Administrative Service, that is IAS officer, from 1961 till 1995. That is till he retired, he was an IAS officer. And he has published over 15 poetry collections, 5 essay collections, a travelogue, and more than 30 contemplative works. And above this, he has also translated numerous works. And his poetry collection has been published in several Indian languages. That is, his works also are translated in many other Indian languages. And his important works are Saptarakash, that is, the sky of words, Samudra, and Aniksharata. And he was awarded in 1974 the Sahitya Academy Award in Odia for his poetry collection Sabdara Akash, that is meaning the sky of words. He was also awarded the Jnanapith Award in 1993 and Padma Bhushan in 2003 and Padma Vibhushan in 2010 for literature, and several other prestigious awards have decorated his works. And this poem, The Cockfight, tells about the cruelty which is done to innocent creatures just for the sake of human beings having fun. And it actually dramatizes a very common scene which is often found in the rural area and which is also a recreation in the village festivals, particularly in Odisha, that is in the tribal community. He says that two cocks are generally armed with gaff. Gaff is a metal spur on the leg. That is, this metal piece can be very dangerous. It can kill another person. And these cocks are provoked by the onlookers, and the cocks are made to attack each other. And the gathering crowd actually get into one frenzied spear, and they make the roosters to fight the other till the end. Till the end means till the end of the cocks. That is, either one cock should die. And the game usually ends only with the killing of both the cocks from fatal wound, because the wounds will be so severe that we can be very sure that the cock will not survive. The poem is also a pathetic record of the torturings done to animals to death, and a scathing comment on human folly, and a pointer to man's depravity, lack of understanding of the non-human. Here is the poet's appeal to humanity for saneness for all human beings. All living beings. The poet, by virtue of his special knowledge, is capable of understanding the nature and the non-human. His primary concern is the well-being of mankind in harmony with them. For him, existence is coexistence. That is, all of us must live together. That is only living. And fellowship, not cruelty, should be the criterion for man's relationship with nature and the non-human. And man's perspective needs to be reset accordingly. This is his ideology. Now let's see the poem. He says, armed from head to toe. That is, the cocks are armed wherever it is possible in its body. And the two warriors, here the two warriors are cock, are arrayed against each other, made to stand and stare at each other. Some anger enlarges the dimensions of their narrow necks. Their narrow neck is generally the way the cocks are, but because they are made to get angered on the other cock, the dimension of the narrow neck changes. Battle drums announce a face-to-face contest. Now both the cocks are facing each other, and now the drums are beat to increase the temperament around. Hunting for insects has ceased, because generally what do cocks do? Cock and hen will only hunt the insects and quench their hunger. But here, these cocks which are trained to fight each other, they need not go and search for the insects and hunt them. Seeking refuge from hungry cats and hungrier men has also ceased. And generally the cocks have to save themselves from hungry cats and even more hungrier men. But here these cocks are treasured by human beings, so they need not worry about the cats which are going to hunt them because they are well preserved. And at the same time, these men also are now going to hunt them because they are trained as fighters. As battle cries rend the air and carnage is due to commence, the villagers leave behind their long history of cowardice. Now it is time for the cocks to fight, and so all of them are geared up for the fight, particularly the villagers who leave back their long history of cowardice, and here they sit and they want the enemy cock to fail. So they gear up the cock which they want to win. The warriors do not know what this war is about. Now the cocks which are going to fight, they don't even know what is the enmity between these human beings or who is whose enemy. They don't even know each one personally. They don't know who is the enemy of whom. They do not comprehend the clamor that rushes on this dumb village like a bellowing sea. Now when the sea is swelling, we know nothing can be controlled. Same way, they do not understand why these dumb village people are making so much of chaos, which is increasing their anger and is preparing them to fight. The weapons they wear strain their nerves. Now the weapons which they are, which is all tied around their body, is straining their nerves. It is a real weight, and it is also very sharp, and it is tied in such a way that it can hurt only the other bird, but you can never say. And suddenly their blood is on fire, and suddenly their blood is boiling because they are made to get angered. Feathers almost fly off their flesh, and when they fight so ferociously that feathers just fly from their flesh, and each cell of the body overflows with hatred. Now the cocks are angry on each other. Actually, they don't know why they started fighting, but now they are so angry on each other that each cell of their body is filled with hatred. The war is only a moment away, and when it arrives, to be killed will be all the same. Now the war is going on. It is going to be only for a short time. It comes here, and whether you kill or whether you get killed, everything will be the same in the end. Evening descends on a sky smeared with blood, and by evening the sky is filled with blood because so much of bloodshed happens when these cocks fight. It's all over in a minute, in a moment. The fight gets over in a very short time. Darkness erases all the day's color, the day's blood. Now darkness covers everywhere, and when darkness comes, the day's color, that is that huge shouting and the fight, everything gets closed, and even the day's blood is not seen in the darkness. A day ends. Carrying a handful of meat that has lost its voice, the crowd returns. Now all the villagers, they carry the handful of meat which is taken from these cocks, and the village is once again enclosed by silence. Now the whole village, that chaos, everything is gone. It is quiet. The whole village is silent, breathing like an abandoned child, and the whole village is breathing quietly, silently, like an abandoned child, a child who has no support. Here ends a poem, and it's a beautiful poem. And though the title is Cockfight, we do not see the any particular reference only to the cock, and of course feathers are flying from the flesh. Everything denotes to the cocks. But at the same time, we can also take this poem as talking about the people who fight for the country against another country, and why they fight and how they are willing to give their life for the fight is also said here. But anyway, his pathetic appeal is, do not be inhuman to non-humans. If you have anything more to add on to what I've said, please write it in the comment box, like the video, share it with your friends, and if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe and support. Thank you.